everybody, panelists, finalists. We are FE partners, and thank you for the opportunity for allowing us to speak in front of you. We're very excited to talk about our solution for the CSL case competition. So today we'll be covering the 6 points that we see on screen right now. First, we'll be going over our research and our understanding of the case. From there, we'll go on to speak about our solution and its potential impacts. And finally, we'll end on talking about what we envision as the future of our solution. So on stage with me, my name is Mizuho. I'm with the Tepper School of Business. On stage, I'm joined by my teammates, Leo, Poon, and Ton. So getting right into our presentation, when considering the prompt, we decided that Pittsburgh would be a great starting off point for our solution, not just because we're students here, but because it's also the home of PNC. On screen, we see the figures 28, 6, and 10. These are just some of the statistics that we found that were relevant to Pittsburgh, and it really shows that there's a big challenge in the city. Let's take this 10% for example. If there was a house that cost $300,000 before 2022, it means within the last year, the price increased by $30,000. And as we'll see later, there are some households that don't even make $30,000 a year. And that's not even considering the higher than average energy costs. The city needs a sustainable, systemic solution to tackle these challenges, and we're here to deliver. And when considering the prompt, we identified 4 main goals. The first being, centered around the first point, improving the financial lives of people. And our solution aims to address these goals through our 4 focus areas: green products and services, strategic partnerships, technology enablement, and community engagement. From here, I'll pass it on to my teammates Leo and Poon to talk more about the customer segment and our solution.
All right, thank you, Mizuho. The stats you just demonstrated shows how serious the situation Pittsburgh is facing now. So before we dive into our solutions, we still need to identify our target customer, right? On the left side, you can see we split Pittsburgh population into 3 segments based on their income. And then we further segment into 2 groups, renter and homeowner. Our main target customer is low to moderate income families, no matter it's renter or homeowner. Our second target customer is affluent families who are renter. So if you total up this number, 75K and 32K, you can see that our target customer who got affected by this serious issue is almost 110K. How can we help them? They could potentially suffer from a high burden of energy and housing costs and be priced out of great locations. Again, how can we help them? How can we help them get their dream home and save energy costs at the same time? So based on the 4 focus areas I just mentioned, these solutions are going to help our customer achieve that. First, painless, personalized loan. And second, value-driven energy cost saving. And third, tech-enabled seamless application. And lastly, continuous financial education is going to help our customer grow throughout their journey. So, based on the segment we just identified, an example of someone who might fit in the segment might look like this. Let me introduce you Kaylee Green, a Pittsburgh local. She has been married for 2 years, leasing a small apartment in the Hill District with her husband and beautiful baby son. Her household income means she's in a moderate income renter segment, but the high burden of housing and energy costs means her family is just getting by. She wants her son to grow up in a home, her home. And while she has found a perfect house from a realtor, the high housing costs and complicated loan procedures means that she can only frame the picture on the wall. What if there was a way for her to get her dream home and save energy costs at the same time. That's where our solution comes in.
Thank you, Leo. That is really touching to me. So now you might be interested and excited of what our solution will be. Here it is. Our target solution contains two key components: the personalized 401k home loan and the Planet Together Rewards, or PTR. Starting from the left, we have the personalized 401k home loan. This is to provide the freedom of location to Kelly through longer payment period, lower payment amount per month, and lower down payment. This is to help Kelly own her home at retirement, just like 401k. Let's move on to the right side. We have the Planet Together Rewards. This reward program will help Kelly earn tokens through her daily electricity usage and more through reductions. This will help lower her financial pressure through the cycle of earn, save, and spend. Both of them will be supported by the AI-enabled loan processing system, which with the feature of OCR document capturing, credit check, utilizing both traditional customer information and non-traditional through the AI model, and also the default prediction and fraud management to predict any potential risks. And through the community engagement, leveraging existing channels and contents, we create adoption and awareness of environment to people like Kelly. Now, let's step back and talk about who would benefit from this solution. So I know Leo talks about Kelly will benefit from this, from the consumer side. But we consider all the potential impact across the four key stakeholders, including the consumer, Kelly Green herself, financial institution, PNC, energy distributor, Duke & Light, and also the community, Pittsburgh. Let's start from the left side. The personalized 401k home loan. This will lower financial pressure for Kelly, and we can expect that PNC can tap into a stable, long-term revenues. Through the equal access of affordable energy provided to Kelly, Duke & Light's relationship with the community will be even more stronger. On the right side, we have the Planet Together Rewards. This will help accelerate the adoption of renewable energy and also help Kelly gain multiple benefits through the innovative tokens. And PNC can expect to be the leader of green tokenomics marketplace and also help Duke & Light promote electrification as a strategy for decarbonization from the consumer side. The more consumer cares about where the electricity coming from, the more opportunities for Duke & Light to tap into choosing carbon-free supplier sources. As the solution takes flight, we expect to see Pittsburgh community grow in the sustainable housing market by providing consumer the affordable housing they deserve. Overall, we expect to see the benefits through this solution by providing the sustainable housing energy landscape for the Pittsburgh community and its people. Let me pass this microphone to Tom to talk about how we deliver this solution.
Thank you, Pun, for the solution. So now let's see how we're gonna make this solution possible. Starting with the cost of the project. We estimated the cost to be $279,000. This will be split into two main teams. The project team, which will take overall the project, and the outsourced team, responsible for technical development. So zooming in the project team, we divided into three main work streams. Functional requires for doing all functional requirements, technical, working with the outsource, so control oversee our solution, and marketing, ensure that our solution is promoted to our targeted customers. Now let's talk about the timeline. How do we make this possible? We estimated the 6-month plan to achieve strategic objectives of affordable housing and energy cost efficiencies. This is going to be a quick win solution at first, starting with the first work stream. The functional team responsible for giving product features and design some tokenomics on the PTR token. And this will result in functional requirement and end-to-end process ready for development. Now we have the requirements, then the technical teams come in. They develop our solution based on the requirements. For example, develop AI-powered loan processing system or the PTR rewarding system. This now we have a product to ensure that our product is known and customers have awareness on this. Here comes the marketing team. Their role is to create a marketing strategy to make sure that everyone knows our product, willing to use this, and create customer awareness. These 3 work streams working together to create a solution. And this is just the beginning. I would like to hand it to Ms. O to talk more about our future.
Thank you, Tan. Now, everything we've talked about up until now is in the short term, but what we envision is much bigger. As you can see from this diagram, our financial product is but one piece of a bigger puzzle. And moving further into the future, we will expand our solution to incorporate more partnerships and more technical innovations to forge an ecosystem that will turn PNC into the bank of sustainability. Our vision starts at stage 1, where we implement our short-term solution. From there, we move on to stage 2, where we strengthen our solution and expand out of Pittsburgh into the state of Pennsylvania. When we reach stage 3, our rewards program will incorporate partnerships with home builders, allowing further expansion of the platform that will achieve end-to-end energy cost savings, expanding to customers out of the state of Pennsylvania. And beyond stage 3 is the future, where additional product offerings will be made available to achieve our goal of making PNC an innovative leader in the home financing landscape. We're confident that our solution and methods will lead to a brighter future through equal access for potential homeowners. We stand for financial equity, for the environment, and for future energy. We are FE partners. Thank you.
So in a nutshell, what you're offering is a loan program and a token market targeted towards low-income families. Is that correct? Okay, how are you going to get those families to qualify for those loans?
So our solution would be more like in fact, our solution would be a longer payback period and a lower, smaller payment. And we would enable this process with everyone say that AI, but we will say that because we were going to incorporate a more comprehensive data resource, such as historical data. So for everyone, they got their characteristic, right? They got their income, they got their race, they got education background, a lot of data points. And we will collect this historical data and incorporate their preference, such as they want to pay back in 30 years, 25 years, 15 years, etc. A lot of data. And also, we will incorporate non-traditional financial data, such as telecom bill, and also their social media content.
So basically, you're asking PNC to relax their loan requirements.
Sorry?
You're asking PNC to potentially relax their loan requirements to bring these low-income families into your program. Is that correct? Because the payment is different from qualifying for the loan.
Yeah.
Right?
I would say we can incorporate more data to better reflect their true financial capability. In terms of relax, we would say if we reflect on the data we have. Yeah.
Just curious about the, extending the term of the loan. So right now you can do 15, 30-year mortgage. That's kind of the industry standard. So how much further is there a cap? Because then you get, there's some risk there because just the age of people. So just kind of factoring that in.
Yeah, so like our research shows that at least in Asian market, we can see that there are 40 years, even 50 years housing loan appears on the market. And what we're thinking is it's more like personalized. So based on your preference, if you are capable for doing that, you have a plan for doing that in 5 years, we can personalize the loan into 5 years. But if you are low to moderate income families, which is our main target, you can extend the payback period. So our cap for now, we will say 40 years.
So is the personalized element what makes it a 401k style loan? Is that what we're talking? I guess I'm a little confused by the terminology.
Yeah, it's more like a terminology, and because it's kind of like a 401k, you make a small contribution from your salary every month, and we make that payment very painless, which means that we extend, make it a longer payment period.
Okay. I'll shift gears off of that. The tokenization element, have you considered, again, a bit of a terminology thing? Tokenization implies now, in our current environment, a bit of a monetary value. So are you truly talking about a token that has literal monetary value, or is it better to be called what you also referred to as a rewards program? Just how have you balanced the implications of calling it a token?
So based on our research, it's going to be a reward program, and we can imagine that one electricity bill, $1 on electricity bill can transfer to one token. And when the energy reduction, electricity reduction, that's going to transfer for about 2 tokens. And then for 10 tokens, you can exchange for discount on the next electricity bill for $1. And that's what we're imagining. But all of this tokenomics gonna be, we understand that the tokenomics need to be determined with other data insights of customer, and also trying to understand the market even more. So to define that, we actually plan the tokenomic design on the product design phase in the implementation to further incorporate the tokenomic models. Yeah.
And sort of on a related note, so when it comes to electricity, at least in my experience, it's largely a captive market, right? You kind of get who you get in many respects. So if, no offense to Duquesne Light here, but if they already have you as a customer, what would be the incentive to them to give rewards back to a customer that they were going to have anyway?
Do you want to take that?
First of all, I'm going to add on the tokenomics part. So first thing we are thinking about a solution would be first, we'll use this token toward electricity bill discount. $1 electricity bill cost to 1 token, and we are proposing 5 to 1 or 10 to 1 token to $1 of electricity discount. And to incorporate the incentive for Duquesne Light, actually, we're proposing that the cost for token would be responsible by PNC Bank, not Duquesne Light.
Same question then. Why would PNC want to do that? Sorry.
Because we mentioned in the solutions, we will say this home loan itself contains a lot of. Actually, if you project the revenue, it can come with. You can know that if you come with a longer-term housing loan, you can have the lifetime interest revenue generated through this loan will be much higher than usual housing loan. So we were saying PNC Bank is going to cover the cost as part of building this ecosystem. Yeah.
I just had one question about the AI. Again, with AI tools, it gets a little bit tricky when you're trying to replace a loan officer with another model and PNC's risk assessment for lending. Have you factored in, are life events factored in? So if someone gets a divorce, if there is a health scare, those type of things make crucial impacts on your credit score, on your lending portfolio in general. So how are you capturing that in an AI tool that is designed to be as essentially generic? You know, you're pulling this information from a number of sources. So how are you accounting for those type of life events that typically come up in a face-to-face interaction? And then also, how are you preparing for, you know, identity theft and all of the requirements that a face-to-face interaction ensures?
So we are not saying that the AI would take over the whole process. So we will also incorporate the interaction in the loan origination process if there is a need. If we found that the data they provide are not sufficient, we'll extend our process to manual process to have human interaction to to incorporate that in our AI model to make sure our final decision have no bias and truly reflect their financial capability and situation.